Sent from Disneyland, history in our hand. So much to say about yesterday and the decades we have spanned. Postcards from the park, this journey will embark. See what has changed and what remains on Sent from Disneyland. Sent from Disneyland.
Welcome to the Sent from Disneyland podcast.
Here age relives fond memories of the past.
If it's your first time joining us, welcome. On this podcast, we'll take a journey into the past and explore Disneyland, Disneyland history, and more, with mementos, snapshots, souvenirs, and postcards sent from Disneyland, from 1955 to the present. Let's start by thanking my patrons from patreon.com. You can join in at any level to support the show and receive snail mail from my trips to Disneyland and from my desk, plus some sneak peeks and bonus content. Special thanks to Random Olive, the first patron to this podcast, and to the rest of the e-ticket patrons, Tania, Eric Daniels, Monica Seitz Vega, Bill Dreffel, Scott Cagle, Russ Romano, Michael and Christina Cross, Angela Reynolds, and Sheila Harry. C-ticket patrons Serious Inquiries Only, Debbie Weinstein, Jennifer Schneep, Grace Coate, Patty Wolin, Ben and Noel Bruning, and Greg Gorley. B-ticket patron Joshua Bell, and to the A-ticket patrons Elise Sharp, Zealot Infinity, Alexis Robles, Angel DeBlock, Daps Magic, and the Beyond the Railroad podcast. I am your host, your post-host Clocky, and today we have 2 postcards sent from Disneyland. The front of our first postcard has Mickey Mouse leading the Disneyland band into Town Square from City Hall. To his right, you can see a cannon, and to his left, you can see a park bench. On the back it reads, Mickey Mouse and Disneyland Band. One of Disneyland's favorite characters, Mickey Mouse, generates excitement and activity as he leads the Disneyland Band to the Town Square on Main Street, where under the direction of Vesey Walker, the band participates in daily concerts and flag ceremonies. It's postmarked October 4th, 1965, with an Anaheim cancel and 2 5-cent Stop Traffic Accidents Enforcement Education Engineering postage stamp. Scott number 1272. I assume they visit the park on Sunday, October 3rd, 1965, when park hours were from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. The weather was a high of 92 and a low of 50. Park attendance that day was 14,431. It's addressed to Alan D. Stinson of Gary, Indiana. It reads, Dear Lan, you and Ken would have a real ball here. It's really fantastic. I'm here with Lori, 16, Karen, 14, and Nadine's mother. Home is high heaven. You can believe me. Mom, Sunday, 5:30. I was flipping through the pages of a 2005 Disney yearbook and found an article titled Inspired Ending for 75 Inspirations. I've been highlighting some fun Disneyland anniversaries here, and now I found the ending of the Mickey Mouse anniversary just before the Disneyland 50th. Starting in 2003, Mickey Mouse's 75th birthday, artists, celebrities, athletes, companies, and others participated in making 75 Mickey statues. Some of the artists included Jamie Lee Curtis, Wayne Brady, Wayne Allwine and Russi Taylor, Annette Funicello, Tom Hanks, Tony Hawk, Sir Elton John, Fess Parker, and John Travolta. Some of the companies included Major League Baseball, The Disney Store, Kodak, Black Entertainment Television, Coca-Cola, Lennox, and the Home Depot. The base of the statue remained the same, with Mickey standing on a box, holding his right hand out in an open palm gesture and his left hand on his hip. Smiling, Mickey's head was cocked slightly to the left. Each statue was made with polyurethane in a steel frame, was 6 foot 5 inches tall, and weighed 700 pounds. Each of the 75 Mickeys were given a different look by their artists. One secret I learned was that there was actually 78 Mickeys made, to allow for 3 to be pulled for any reason. This proved to be a smart move, as the Janet Jackson Mickey, titled Mickey Nation 1928, was pulled after the halftime show wardrobe malfunction with Justin Timberlake. The Mickey started out in the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World on Mickey's 75th birthday, November 18, 2003. They only stayed in the park until February 2004, when they were split into groups of 15 and traveled to cities Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Houston, Kansas City, Minneapolis, Philadelphia, and Portland. Add some flair to your mail by checking out stamps at Enfield Post. You can explore different stamp options on our Etsy site, grab some great deals by following EP Sunday Sales on Instagram, or create something special and have her design a stamp array for your invitation or celebration. You can head over to enfieldpost.com and explore all the different vintage postage stamps you can use on your next card or letter. That's ENFIELDPOST on Instagram and enfieldpost.com for your wedding and vintage postage needs. Enfield Post is the official postage stamp sponsor of the Sent from Disneyland podcast. The front of our next postcard has Mickey leading the Disneyland band down Main Street, USA, next to the Crystal Arcade. In the background, you can see Sleeping Beauty Castle. On the back it reads, "The Disneyland Band. Mickey Mouse leads the band in a lively parade along Main Street, USA." It's postmarked February 5th, 1979, with an Anaheim cancel, and a 1 cent The Ability to Write, A Root of Democracy inkwell and quill postage stamp, and a 20 cent George C. Marshall Statesman Soldier postage stamp, Scott numbers 1581 and 1289, respectively. I assume they visit the park on Sunday, February 4th, 1979, when park hours were from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. The weather was a high of 67 and a low of 38. It's addressed to P. Clingstone, Esquire, and all of Warwickshire, England, United Kingdom. It reads, "Mickey Mouse Land at last. This you've got to see. Hope all goes well with you, and regards to all, TL." All the Mickeys arrived in Anaheim on January 10th, 2005, and were on display at the Disneyland Resort, most lining the walkway in Disney's California Adventure and pooling near the Paradise Bay. They moved again after February 22nd to the Ronald Reagan Building and International Trade Center's Woodrow Wilson Plaza, starting from March 19th through April 30th, 2005. After that, some made their way up to New York City and the Disney Store in Times Square. Finally, all 77 of the 78 were on display for 1 week and were auctioned at Sotheby's in late September 2005. The money going to charities chosen by the artists. I read a few articles that some of the Mickeys were purchased and donated to children's hospitals. One Mickey that is still available to be seen by the public was designed by Ollie Johnson, one of Walt's 9 old men, and is displayed at the Walt Disney Hometown Museum in Marceline, Missouri. Ollie gave his Mickey a conductor's hat with a red scarf and is designed to look like he's working on the railroad, and it's titled All Aboard. The one I remember the most was designed by Peter and Harrison Ellenshaw. Titled Mickey's Dream, they did not add any props to the statue, but painted an amazing night scene with an image of Mickey as the sorcerer's apprentice on top of a rocky peak. Controlling the water similar to the short in Fantasia, the entire statue is painted mostly blues, purples, grays, white, and black, which makes the Mickey in a red robe pop in the middle of the statue's chest. There's also a great crescent moon on his left ear. The detail is great, and the style of Peter Ellenshaw is captured in this unique piece and was hand-painted by the two artists. My incoming postcard is sponsored by the Art Throwdown. Art Throwdown, or ATD, is a craft hour on Instagram, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern or 6 Pacific. Art Throwdown is a wonderful community of artists who love to share their craft, from creating sticker postcards and coloring techniques to intricate paper cutting and unique crafting. It's always a treat to watch a show and occasionally get some one-of-a-kind postcards from the group. Each host brings something a little different to each show. I'll list some of the regular hosts, or you can follow Russ Romano 2021 on Instagram. The front of my incoming mail is an envelope with leaf washi tape, a sticker of a hand holding a surfboard and a palm tree making a peace sign in front of the sun, and a rubber stamp of a daisy chain with the phrase, "Thank you, postal worker," in the middle. It's not postmarked, but sent with 4 Canadian stamps, a red metallic Year of the Horse 48-cent stamp, a red and white Year of the Ram stamp, a 50-cent Year of the Rooster stamp, and an upside-down 32-cent Fort Cumberland stamp. It reads, "Hello, I'm not sure. Can you find use for these? But I thought, you are the right person. Many hugs from Calgary, Magda. Stamp and away." Thank you so much for the postcards, Magda. Magda is a dear friend from Instagram and the Postcardist podcast. She sent over some great late 70s, early 80s Disneyland postcards ready to be sent. One of my favorites is the Tomorrowland postcard, where you can see 2 Skyway gondolas passing by, monorail yellow above a submarine in the submarine lagoon, and guests enjoying the People Mover, as described on the back of the postcard, a world on the move, which is one of my favorite aspects of the Tomorrowland of yesterday. I'll be sure to add these to my outgoing mail next time I'm in the park. Thanks for listening to Sent from Disneyland. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and tell your friends. It would also help to leave a 5-star rating and comment on whatever podcast platform you use. If you'd like to support the show financially, please check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/sentfromdisneyland. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Sent from Disneyland or my website, sentfromdisneyland.com. For questions and comments, send me a postcard addressed to Sent from Disneyland, P.O. Box 44, Hood, California, 95639. This podcast is not affiliated with Disney, the United States Postal Service, or any post office or Disney-related properties. Opinions expressed on this podcast belong to the host and guests of the Sent from Disneyland podcast. This podcast is produced and edited by Clocky McDowell, website designed by Misty McDowell, theme song was written and performed by Noah Sunday Lefkowitz. Take it away, Noah.